What's going on, folks? I'm gonna wait for a little bit so everything can get popped up in here and we'll be able to get right on into it. I know that you guys haven't been hit with the notifications yet, so I'm gonna wait a little bit to let the music play here. If the music is not playing, we're gonna figure out a way. Let's see. Let me see where we at right here. Hope y'all all are doing well out there. Wait for you guys all gather in here and all that good stuff. I know there's gonna be a lot of mixed emotions on this one. Let me check and see if my moderators are in the house. Let them know I'm live. Give me a second, folks. Sounds to me like the sound is off a little bit. Give me a second. All right, appreciate you guys all being here. Let me see who all's in the house. Do that for me real quick, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, Unifier? Send a title, my friend. What's going on, sis? What's going on, Brittany B? We got about another minute or so, folks, and we're going to jump right on into it. Well, Chuck, what we usually do, we wait for YouTube to send out notifications that I'm live right now, because it may not seem like if folks look at the subscriber count of mine, I am heavily shadow banned, my friend. Heavily shadow banned. Red, appreciate you being here, sis. All right, folks, welcome to my channel. I'm Ty Smith, aka Modern Renaissance Man. If it's your first time visiting, welcome. I urge every last one of you guys in here that might think that you are a subscriber to my channel, double check to make sure that you are subscribed, because YouTube is unsubscribing people from the channel. I kid you not, they are. That's what it is. They are unsubscribing people from my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like the information that I'm pumping out here. Also, folks, Cash App is coming right down there. If you send something to Cash App, great. If you don't, great. That is not what I'm in here for. I don't need anybody's money. Y'all all know that, but it's just some of you guys all the time get emails. How do I support your channel? How do I send you something? The Cash App is right down there. Do I appreciate if you send a super chat? Yes, I do. But I just urge people not to do super chats, because I don't want YouTube to get any of that money. Why? YouTube shadow bans your guy. What does shadow ban mean? Shadow bans mean YouTube would do everything they can to suppress videos like mine. If you look at other people that's pushing out videos like mine, all you got to do is look at the amount of views that's on the video. Now, some of you guys will say, well, there are channels that are smaller than mine getting way more views. That's not what I'm in it for at all. But I'm just letting you know, if you look at it from just a logical standpoint, someone that have 300,000 subs plus, and when they push out a video, they only getting 200 views here, 300 views there. My channel is shadow banned. Every video that I push out, it gets demonetized. It gets no ads, because I don't talk the way the YouTube wants me to talk. I'm not a black person that's on the mental plantation, and YouTube frowns heavily upon it, because they want me to be right on in line and do what they tells me to do, and just act like a good old little Negro still on the plantation, do everything that tells me to do, and don't think for myself. YouTube doesn't like that, okay? So anyway, just wanted to let you guys all know that. I appreciate everybody that's in here right now. So I just gave you guys all that info, right? Shout out to a lot of people that are in here right now. Shout out to my moderator, Red. Appreciate everything you do, sis, and appreciate you doing your thing for my channel. Got Nightish in the house. Salute to you, sir. Appreciate you being here. Unifier TV is in the house, folks. Unifier TV also has a YouTube. He also has an Instagram. I would recommend you guys follow him. He also is somebody that's not on the mental plantation, black guy. puts out good information. To be quite honest, he probably cover more stories and different things than I do, just being real with y'all. So go check out Unifier TV right there on Instagram. Check them out on YouTube, all right? Appreciate you guys again being here again. So, guys, we might as well get ready to go ahead and jump on into this. And it's going to be a lot of mixed feelings on this, okay? If you do not know, I will try to pull up the video, okay? I will try to pull up a video to what went down to show you guys what happened, okay? Give me a second right here to do exactly that so you guys can get an idea of what happened to the ones that don't know, okay? I will try to find this video and present it to you guys, all right? Give me a second. Matter of fact, I'll share the screen with you guys, right? So y'all can actually follow along as I do this. Here we go. And y'all, you guys are following along as I'm finding the video for y'all, okay? Where we at? Where we at? Is it here? Okay, here we go. Right there. All right. You guys are all with me, right? Did it come in here? Let's see. Get your food. All right. Listen up, y'all. Matter of fact, wait a minute, wait a hot second. I'll tell you what, because YouTube, I'm going to find it on my channel because I don't want to show the lady getting, hit. But what I will do is show you guys, I will show you guys my side or the videos that I have when this happened, okay? I will show you guys the video. So many different things. And this is true what I'm saying right here. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Woo, blinding, baby. Hold on, let me bring myself into this thing too, all right? Scenarios that could have played out in about this video. Woo, now, before I play this video, I want to let you guys know it is extremely graphic, okay? This video is graphic, and I want you guys to know that. So if you got kids in there with you right now, I would urge you not to show your kids this, okay? Because it's not going to show the lady getting hit, but you're going to get an idea of what's going on, all right? So check it out, folks. We're going to go from here. This is what happened. Get your food. Get your food. If you say one more thing, I'm going to knock you out. Oh, my grandma, say one more thing, I'm going to knock you out. Oh, say one more thing, I'm going to knock you out. Oh, there's a gunshot, okay? Later on, this is the news segment, okay?
Her son to commit murder in a West Pullman restaurant. The mother and son are now charged, both of them. Elizabeth Matthews joins us now with more on this developing story. Elizabeth?
Yeah, not only that, mom, who's accused of giving those shoot-to-kill orders, is now being held on $3 million bail. Parts of that shooting were actually captured on this restaurant's surveillance video, which helped the witnesses identify the suspects to police. So this all happened Sunday night, police tell us, just after 11 o'clock, about 11:05 p.m. 35-year-old Carlisha Hood and her 14-year-old son arrived at the Maxwell Street restaurant on South Halstead at 117th. Hood went in for food. Her son waited in the car. Prosecutors say that's when she began arguing with this man, 32-year-old Jeremy Brown, who was also inside ordering food at the time. Hood began texting her son, who appeared in the doorway, hands in his pockets. A fight became physical between Hood and the victim. The victim was able to punch the woman once. That's when prosecutors say the boy pulled out a gun, fired a single shot to the victim's back, followed him outside, kept firing, striking him fatally twice in the back.
Once outside of the restaurant, while the co-defendant was still shooting at the victim, the defendant instructed her son, the co-defendant, to continue to shoot and kill the victim. Once the co-defendant finished shooting the victim, the defendant turned her focus towards witness one. She began pointing at witness one and instructing her son to shoot her.
Prosecutors say the Hood even tried to get the gun from her son, but he pushed her away. No shots were fired at that witness, who is also the victim's girlfriend. Both mother and son facing murder charges.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there, folks. So if y'all don't know the update, the charges have been dropped against the mother and the son. And listen here, I know it's really, really, really hard for a lot of people to understand this. Living in Illinois, grew up in Chicago, son, before we moved, grew up in Chicago. We moved away from Chicago to what we call baby Chicago in the area in central Illinois, okay? I'm just letting y'all know this. I understand that there are a lot of different scenarios that you guys feel should have happened, would have happened. Look, I'm with y'all. Some of y'all said, what was she doing at 11 o'clock at night with a 14-year-old son? People saying things like she brought her son to a dangerous situation. All those things, I get it. But what I want to do is keep the focus on the reality of what happened and the reality of what happens all the time in Chi-Town. What you guys, and I know I'm going to repeat myself a lot in here, so just bear with me. And I'm going to try to talk slow because y'all know I'm fast. What you guys are experiencing and hearing here in this particular case is not new. This happens in Chicago all the time. And some people say it happens everywhere, but we're not talking about everywhere. Let's keep the focus on Chicago. This is not the first time that this has ever happened and both parties get off. I have a friend of mine that I grew up with about 9 houses down from us. This same exact thing happened. The only difference is his mom was being rocked by his dad. My friend and his sister, his mom said, get him off me, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. They had knives. She said, get him, get him, get him. It's terrible. They stabbed their own father to death. I will never forget, and it's not the first time if you grew up, like I said, it depends on what hood you grew up in. You experience a lot of different things that y'all might feel as trauma. Seeing my friend, dad, come out of that house with gaping holes in his neck and seeing the paramedics, them trying to cover up here. They were trying to cover up a lot of spots on that man. The mother come out, she's holding the son and she's holding the daughter. They're all crying, whatever like that. He goes to the hospital, he passes away. The police arrest her. They arrest her and they arrest my friend and his sister. They took them down. Within 24 hours, they were back at home. You want to know why? Witnesses were there. Hey, the man was hitting on her. We all heard it. My friend went and his sister went running in the house. Charges were dropped. But they, all three of them were being charged with first-degree murder at first. But all the charges got dropped. All I'm saying, I understand, ladies and gentlemen, that there's a such thing as all of us looking at it from our own morals, our own what should have happened, what shouldn't have happened. But what I want y'all to understand is that in the type of work that I do with my mentorship, I deal with a lot of kids that consider to be at risk. I can name off some of the organizations, but I'm not, because of the situation happening right now. Phone has been ringing off the hook. Folks have been emailing me like crazy. I can't deal with everybody. Now a lot of people are saying, can you help my son? Can you help my son? I understand that. I'm not pushing nobody away. Give it time. The reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of kids that's considered to be at risk, those are the ones I deal with. I've been to numerous court proceedings trying to help these kids get out of things that have happened to them. There is a such thing as justice, folks. And if they deserve it, I'm on their butt. They deserve it. But what I'm saying is that I have a good understanding of law. One of the after-school programs that I came up in Chicago, and one of the after-school programs that I came up in central Illinois, we were taught street law. So what I'm saying that for is this: there is a difference in a matter of public opinion, internet opinion, versus what is lawful according to the state. It could be according to the municipal that you're living in. And in this case, although y'all might disagree with what happened, but what did happen here, according to law, there was no wrongdoing. I get it. What was the boy doing with his mama's gun? In Illinois, you have to have a FOID card. It pretty much stands for a firearms identification card. This is even before you can even get a concealed carry license. You have to have a FOID card and you have to have a concealed carry license, which us in Illinois, we do. You have to have an extensive background check. You can't have nothing on your record for like the past 5 or some plus years. You can't. You have to go through specific classes for concealed carry and license. I understand that y'all would say that woman, if she was concealed carry, why did she bring it in her with her? She did not know, ladies. Look, I'm just being real with y'all. I'm not justifying nobody. I'm on nobody's side. All I'm doing is coming at you guys from a lawful standpoint how the law is going to look at this. And this is the reason why the DA them dropped charges. They had to look at it according to Illinois law. They can't look at it according to public opinion, et cetera, et cetera. They looked at it from a law standpoint. Yes, they can initially charge them with first degree, but once they looked at law, they had to drop it. What are you talking about, Ty? I'll show you. Let me show you something here real quick. I'm going to show y'all something here. All right, so this page right here, I don't know if y'all can see it. Right here, I want y'all to see something. Justifiable use of force. A person is justified in the use of force against another when and to the extent that he reasonably believes that such a conduct is necessary to defend himself or another against such other's imminent use of unlawful force. However, he is justified in the use of force which is intended or likely to cause death or great bodily harm only if he reasonably believes that such force is necessary to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm to himself or another, or the commission of force felony. Now, pretty much, if y'all not from Illinois, if I'm walking about doing minding my business, if I see a man beating the living daylights out of a woman, according to law, I can stop that man if I reasonably believe that this person is causing bodily harm or possible imminent unlawful death to another person. If it results in that person dying, I'm innocent according to law. Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. When you look at this, they will ask, was force necessary? It's not for us to decide. I get it. Look, listen, because this is where people get mixed up in. Check it out. I want y'all to check this out. I get that there's public opinion, but again, a person is justified in the use of force against another when and to the extent that he reasonably believes that such conduct is necessary to defend himself or another. So, to you guys that are in here right now, was force necessary? Was force necessary? Now I'm gonna do something else too, because I know I got people on here. I've been on panels. Everybody got a different opinion. I completely get that. There are things that are being said. These women need to know how to talk to men. I get that, y'all. I get that women shouldn't be going at it with a man. I get y'all saying she shouldn't have been at the 11 o'clock, but you know what? The law does not care. See, this is what I'm saying. And the work that I do, I've done it for so long. It gets people mad. It gets people upset because honestly, I get y'all. Look, I can hear different people's opinion on this topic. I can hear that she's wrong. I get that. But the thing is, the judge, the lawyers, they don't care what we think. They don't care. You know what? I'm just being real with y'all. You know what? If you went in there and you said, what was that lady bringing her forth? They're going to say that's irrelevant. Well, why is that lady coming there at 11 o'clock at night? That's irrelevant. Well, why is she sitting there arguing with a man? They're going to tell you that's irrelevant. Well, what she say to him, they're going to tell you that's irrelevant. All they're going to see and all they're going to know is no matter what, he should not have touched that woman. And he made a threat towards that woman. And they're going to say, what did she say to get him triggered? Guess what? It's not on camera, y'all. I get it. But again, understand this. They are going to say, no matter what you and I think, it is irrelevant to what transpired. What they're going to say, that woman is an adult, that man is an adult. You have freedom of speech. No matter what she said to that man, if she did not threaten to do bodily harm to him, if she did not threaten him, he threatened her. And I don't know if y'all notice, in Illinois, you can be charged with a crime of intimidation in Illinois, although they done away with that with the we ain't even gonna get into that. Undetainable offenses. Your Honor, if all of us are here and we all were on here and we hear the judge asked us, what do we think? In reality, the judge is gonna say, I don't care what y'all think. This is what the law says. The law says that if that kid reasonably believed that that was an imminent threat and they were using unlawful force. If he believes that that's what was happening, he has a right to defend himself or another. Now, let me raise y'all something. He has a right to defend himself or another that he believes is in imminent threat of bodily harm, right? He has a right to defend himself and another. In this case, this wasn't just another. This was his mom. This was his mom. Okay? So this is what I'm saying. Y'all, look, I'm going to keep on saying this because folks, y'all got to get it. There's scenarios out there right now, and I promise y'all right now, don't be surprised if this mother also comes back and sues the news station. Don't be surprised if she sues the news station, because in this news segment, they said she texted her son. If this lady gonna be able to show proof that she never texted her son, the news, according to them, the news made up a lie. They scrutinized them. They probably come after the news. So I know that in this article, y'all see that it says Chicago woman accused in a fatal restaurant shooting. She filed suit against the police. We're going to get to that. But I'm just telling y'all, all kinds of scenarios played out in this story. All kinds of scenarios played out in this story. Folks, street talk. I had family up in Chicago. Everybody had different opinions. They were saying, hey, man, they saying that it was a hit. They saying she used her son. Guess what? The judge, and I'm telling y'all what I know. We grew up with this stuff. The judge is going to look at this and say, that's just speculation. If you say this woman put a hit out on that man, the woman knew the man, if you cannot prove that, that's just speculation, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. She brought her son there just to kill that man. You got some proof of that? Do you got the text messages? No, we don't, but I heard speculation, and that's irrelevant. All the judge them are going to do is go based off of the evidence that they see here. That's why they say if you have any type of new evidence, any type of new evidence to bring, then let us see it. Otherwise, speculation. People are asking me if I'm on Rumble. Yes, I am on Rumble. And let me see, I can show y'all what my Rumble looks like. I think I can. I think. Y'all throwing me off. Don't throw me off. Here it is right here. I'm going to show y'all real quick. That's my Rumble right here. See that? My Rumble is this right here. Modern Renaissance Man Variety Channel is what I am on Rumble. There it is. All right. So let me get back to this. And I want y'all to, I really want folks to understand this. We're going to go a little bit beyond. Check this out. In no case, check this out. It said, however, he is justified in the use of force, which is intended or likely to cause death or great bodily harm, only if he reasonably believes that such force is necessary to prevent imminent death. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask y'all in here. We are not that young man, okay? We are not this young man. Let me highlight that. Let me see if it'll let me highlight it. Here it is. Check this out. However, he is justified in the use of force which is intended or likely to cause death or great bodily harm only if he reasonably believes that such force is necessary to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm to himself or another. All I'm saying, it does not matter what we think or say. If they say to that kid, when that boy talked with I don't even know if the prosecutors even talk with him, but if they already had a defense lawyer lined up, if that boy sat there and said, I didn't know if he was going to kill my mama, even if he was planning to it does not matter what we think. What's going to matter is what he felt was reasonably used to stop it. Now, y'all, there's a lot of outliers that come into here that y'all don't know about when it comes to the law in Illinois. Here it is. I cannot tell you how many times in Chicago that police have pulled some kid over. He got a ghost gun. Pull him over. The police don't even want to deal with the paperwork. Police just take the gun. If I catch you doing da-da-da-da-da, I'm taking your A to jail. You hear me? There's so many ghost guns in Chicago. There's so many kids that have been caught with guns. The police take those things and throw it away. What am I saying that for? There's been times where a kid has done something. I knew of one that he accidentally fired a gun off and stupid. I ain't gonna almost slipped up and said his name. He fired the gun off in the house. Neighbors heard it. A gunshot went off in that house right there. The police came over there, found out that he did shoot the gun. He didn't know it was loaded. He's sitting there being stupid and played with it, and the gun went off. It was a ghost gun. He got charged with unlawfully discharging a firearm and that it wasn't registered. He got charged with a weapons charge. And when they actually end up, he didn't go to jail. He got, I think, 80 hours of community service, and they told him he won't be able to apply for a concealed carry or a FOID card until he's 21 years old. Or no, I'm sorry, until he's 25 is what they told him. So what I'm saying is that y'all have to understand the culture of things. All of you guys might come from different worlds, different states, different culture, a different atmosphere where you live. The police, the lawyers, the folks that lived in Chicago and live in Chicago, we're used to this. We're used to that, right? The biggest thing that made this a big ordeal is the fact that it went viral. It went viral. I'm going to tell y'all, not gonna lie, I was quite surprised when the guy was running away. Here's the deal. The guy was running away, and they said the mother ordered her son to continue to shoot, right? I know here in Illinois, I see this hat right here. I'm just telling y'all, this hat that I have on right here and another one I have right here. I go to many events and I speak on behalf. This right here represents police officers, and it represents police officers who have fallen in a line of duty. I speak at Back to Blue events all the time. This is where I get my information from. This is why I serve as, now I'm not saying I'm a mediator, but I try to help relationships between police officers and our young folks that's coming up, to not give them a stigma of these police officers, right? The reason I'm saying is I get a lot of my information from these police officers. I talk to them all the time, okay? When we heard that they said that this lady ordered her son to shoot the man to kill him, right? Check this out. According to the police officers, I'm not going to say their names. There, up in Chicago, there were some things that was being said when the young man shot that guy the first time. When the guy fled, he said, "Oh, so you shot me, huh? Okay, I got you. I got some for your A." And then the mother said, "Get him, get him, get him, get him. You know, delete him, delete him, delete him." She didn't say delete, y'all, but y'all know you can't say the K word on here, right? They said that they claimed that that man said, "I got some for you." He went to go, according to them, he was running to go get his pipe. And she said pretty much, finish it, finish it. Ty, she's lying. We don't know. I'm just telling y'all. That's why it's so many different variables in here. But again, how do we know that? The judge isn't going to say that's irrelevant. We're going based off of the evidence that we have. We can't hear that. That man, unfortunately, that lost his life, that man cannot defend himself to say whether he said that or not. The girlfriend, she's caught on video saying, I told you, he told you to be quiet. Here's the thing. The mother so-called ordered her son. The mother so-called ordered the son to also shoot that man's girlfriend. The son didn't do it, said no. The mother tried to take the gun from the son. He pushed her away. That to me, she should have went for that. But again, where's the proof that they're going to say? Is it on video? If it's not, all it is he said, she said. They keeping this on a quiet level, in a quiet mode, to the extent that we don't even know if she even kept on telling her son to shoot the man to finish him off. It's not heard in video. Although we got footage of it, it's still not heard. So they was like, we can't say what happened there, right? You have to stick to what the law says. And I'm going to tell you another thing about the law here. They were charging that woman with minor delinquency. And since that boy is 14 years old, although she pushed her son to do what he did, but because he is under the age of 17 as a 14-year-old, according to the law, they have a lawyer. That lawyer knows the law, most like a criminal defense possibly. They would look at that and say, well, we know that if the boy was being coerced and she's being charged with minor delinquency, telling her son to do this, by him being under the age of 17 and being 14, it would have been no more than a misdemeanor. I know. Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I get it. I understand. But that's Illinois' law. And that's why I want to keep on iterating this onto you guys. You have to understand that is law. All we're going to keep on arguing back and forth on this thing is what should have been done, what should not have been done. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. That restaurant they went to, that food is fire. I'm going to let y'all know another thing. The culture in Chicago, we go to a whole lot of late night corner stores all the time. I'm keeping it real. There are some of these corner stores in Chicago, it's a wonder why they're not even franchised. They would knock McDonald's out the ballpark. They would knock some Golden Corrals out of the ballpark. They would knock some Ponderosas out of the ballpark. Some of these corner stores in Chicago that got food. I'm telling you. Again, no one in Chicago is surprised by folks going to get food at 11 o'clock at night because some of these places stay open. I'm not going to say that. Some of these places stay open darn near till 2 o'clock in the morning. Heck, we got a fire Indian restaurant in Chicago. They stay open darn near till 3. So it's not new to us. It might be new to y'all. So that's what I'm saying. If you never lived there, been around their culture, it's easy for you to say, she shouldn't be out at no 11 o'clock at night. I get it. But it's not, that's a grown woman. And also, according to law, the 14-year-old boy, y'all say he shouldn't have been out there. But if he's within the company adult, she's well within her rights. She has her Ford car, she has a concealed carry. Whether she texted her son or not, we were told that. I even went off of that. But we have no proof that she did it. And even if she did tell her son, bring my gun because this man in here is getting real antsy with me. Even if she did tell her son to do that, she still would get the same charge as minor delinquency. That's what she would get. Now, when that boy fired that first shot after he saw his mom getting hit 3 times, you can't say that's the mom's fault. Now, after, when the dude went away, y'all can argue that. She shouldn't have told him to chase that man and continue to shoot at him. Where's the proof? People said, y'all, this thing went so crazy, man. Like I said, I had family members telling me, y'all, it was already a hit. It was a hit. It was a hit. He was marked. I mean, y'all, it's so many stories that came out. But again, judge gonna say, that's irrelevant. That can't be used as evidence. That's just speculation. All right. Now, with that being said, let's get ready to go ahead. Let me see if I can get this different angle for y'all. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump into this article right here. All right. After charges dropped, Chicago woman accused in fatal restaurant shooting files lawsuit against city police. The mother who was accused of ordering her son to delete a man inside West Pullman restaurant is suing the city of Chicago and the city police officers who arrested her a day after prosecutors dropped murder charges against her. Attorneys for 35-year-old Carlicia Hood announced the lawsuit Tuesday morning, claiming that the arrest of Hood and her son was an obvious rush to judgment by police following the fatal June 18th shooting. Quote, "We do not take what happened to Miss Hood lightly," attorney Brandon Brown said. Okay, let me show y'all. Okay, give me a second. I'll share the screen with y'all. Let me see how it looks. All right, here we go. "We do not take what happened to Mrs. Hood lightly," attorney Brandon Brown said during the press conference Tuesday morning. "You don't have to be a lawyer to appreciate and recognize that when a woman is violently attacked by a man, an unarmed woman, that she wouldn't be arrested." The lawsuit filed Tuesday in Cook County Circuit Court accuses the city and 5 police officers of malicious prosecution, false arrest, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Brown also said he plans to file an additional lawsuit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to direct y'all attention back to my video. Check this out, because I'm a little confused. Okay, check this out. See if y'all can hear this. I want y'all to check this video out right here. Right here. Listen to this.
Unfolds in court. A mother accused of ordering her son to commit murder in a West Pullman restaurant. The mother and son are now charged, both of them. Elizabeth Matthews joins us now with more on this developing story. Elizabeth?
Yeah, Natalie, that mom who's accused of giving those shoot-to-kill orders is now being held on $3 million bail. Parts of that shooting were actually captured on this restaurant's surveillance video, which helped the witnesses identify the suspects to police. So this all happened Sunday night, police tell us, just after 11 o'clock, about 11:05 p.m. 35-year-old Carlicia Hood and her 14-year-old son arrived at the Maxwell Street restaurant on South Halstead at 117th. Hood went in for food. Her son waited in the car. Prosecutors say that's when she began arguing with this man, 32-year-old Jeremy Brown, who was also inside ordering food at the time. Hood began texting her son, who appeared in the doorway, hands in his pockets. A fight became physical between Hood and the victim. The victim was able to punch the woman once. That's when prosecutors say that.
See that? I'm just telling y'all. Listen, I'm just telling y'all. Y'all have no idea. They will find any kind of way. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it is right. But what I am saying, it could be lawful. This news lady just said after she punched him once, the son fired a shot. No, that lady got punched 3 times before he fired a shot. So now again, they can say, hey, the news tried to paint this picture. I'm just telling y'all. Anyway, I digress from that. Let me get back to this video because I want y'all to hear something really important here.
The boy pulled out a gun, fired a single shot to the victim's back, followed him outside, kept firing, striking him fatally twice in the back.
Once outside of the restaurant, while the co-defendant was still shooting at the victim, the defendant instructed her son, the co-defendant, to continue to shoot and kill the victim. Once the co-defendant finished shooting the victim, the defendant turned her focus towards witness 1. She began pointing at witness 1 and instructing her son to shoot her.
Prosecutors say the Hood even tried to get the gun from her son, but he pushed her away. No shots were fired at that witness, who is also the victim's girlfriend. Both mother and son facing murder charges. She's also charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor. The teen boy also facing unlawful use and possession of a firearm. Both, we're told, did surrender themselves to police yesterday. We're also told that Hood, the woman charged in this, the mom charged in this, also had a FOID card herself and was licensed to conceal carry.
Listen.
Yesterday, we're also told possession of a firearm. Both, we're told, did surrender themselves to police.
So what I'm saying is, for ladies and gentlemen, is that y'all seen that it said they were told to surrender themselves to police. right? They were told to surrender themselves to the police. They were told to surrender themselves to police. The reason why I'm saying that is there were also other stories that went out that said that the mother and the son, they said that the mother and the son turned themselves in. So we don't know if the police showed up and arrested them. We don't know if the mother and son turned themselves in. But I digress from that. Let me go ahead and get back to this. The lawsuit, this says Hood and her 14-year-old son were each charged last week with the deletion of 32-year-old Jeremy Brown following an altercation at Maxwell Street Express restaurant, blah, 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 blah. Hood and Jeremy, we all know what happened, y'all. I showed y'all the video. While prosecutors acknowledged during a bond hearing last week that Jeremy Brown had punched Hood, state's attorney, oh my God, Kim Fox, office ultimately determined Monday it was unable to meet our burden of proof in the prosecution of these cases and dropped all charges. Hood and her attorneys on Tuesday thanked Fox and her office for rightfully dismissing the charges. I've experienced pain in many ways that I have never thought, Hood said. She said, what happened to me was totally unnecessary. Never in a million years would I have imagined being brutally attacked, beaten, and arrested. In Chicago, running your mouth off against a dude like that. Mama, come on now. You in the hood at this particular spot right here. You know it's a hot spot where, dude, the way the guy looked in that video, that's the type of people you expect to see in there. But to say you never would expect it, I don't know how this lady, I don't know where she grew up at. I can't look. I'm just speculating. I'm human. But you in Chi-Town going at it with a man like that, showing all that aggression. And then come on, man, if you grew up there, you know when people say, I swear to God on my mama, I swear to God on my grand. When they say things like that, that pretty much means you have taken them there. You know this. But again, is she saying this because she knows how to play the game? Why wouldn't she? If she knows, I would never think in a million years. If she knows how to play the game, I'm not hating her for it. I'm not saying this right. I'm not saying this wrong. I'm just saying if you grew up, y'all, I don't know. I can't explain. It's hard to explain that to some folks. Some folks will be like, oh, Ty, I get what you're saying. I got you. I'm just telling you. She might be playing the game right on this. That's all I'm saying. All right. A spokesperson for the city's law department on Tuesday said it will review the lawsuit upon the service and does not comment on pending litigation. The dismissal came after a video of a portion of the confrontation inside the restaurant was widely shared on social media. The video does not show the shooting, but does appear to show Brown punching Hood. In the 8-page lawsuit, Hood's attorney contend that as a result of her arrest, she suffered, in quotes, the value of her lost liberty, exposure to the public, scandal and disgrace, damage of her reputation, mental and emotional suffering, humiliation, embarrassment, and anguish. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, again, you may look at this and you may say, this lady is playing right, The question has to come in there. Is she within her rights to do so? Oh, she really about to just try to use it. But I get it. I'm not agreeing with it. I'm not telling y'all that. But what I am telling you, if she is trying to go after them and it's well within her rights, and let's get back into it. What this lady is saying she's filing suit for, of course, I know a lot of things is not coming up with her. It's coming from her lawyer. Hey, I got a way I can get you to go after them because of X, Y, and Z. Okay. She said the value of her lost liberty, exposure to public scandal and disgrace, damage of her reputation, mental and emotional suffering, humiliation, embarrassment, and anguish. Ladies and gentlemen, with them points that she just made right there, okay? with those points, I'm going to ask you guys this here in the comment section. Is that legit? Okay. And I'm neutral. Is it legit? That's what I want to say right now. That's what I want to ask y'all. Is it legit? You may say nope, nope, nope. But again, in Illinois, if she's doing this by law, I'm gonna read this off and I'm gonna tell y'all why. She might end up actually doing it. Or they might, I don't know. This says the value of her lost liberty. Now, where's her liberty lost at, Ty? I don't know who Jeremy Brown is. I have family that goes by the last name that's up there. From what I'm hearing, he's not a part of ours. Lost liberty is this lady can argue that she's going to have to move, so she don't have the freedom to go home and be around her neighbors or stuff where she was anymore. She might have to pull her son out of the school that he was in. She's fearing for her life every day because she don't know if there's going to be some shape, form, or fashion of retaliation. Okay, so a lot of stuff is going to come under that. Also, she said exposure to public scandal and disgrace. On these different panels, we heard folks saying she purposely brought her son there to do it. We heard people say she it was a hit out on this. We heard things on here said that woman made her son already ready, prepared to go in there and do this to this guy. We heard all that. The fact that folks have done and covered this story on the internet, these people are going to be able to go onto the internet, even with my own video, other people that have covered this video, they are going to be able to go on the internet, find any video. They're going to be able to find any video that any YouTube content creator have on here. They're going to be able to find videos. They're going to be able to find people in the comment section of these videos, and they're going to be able to say, look what they did to that woman. They're calling her a bad mother. They're saying she didn't raise him right. They're saying she raised a thug. They're saying all this, and that woman is going to be able to use that right there to do exactly what she is filing this lawsuit for. She's going to be able to do that. Her next thing said this. She said exposure to public scandal. She said damage to her reputation. Now, although y'all may disagree, this didn't damage this woman's reputation. She did X, Y, and Z. Doesn't matter what y'all think. What's going to matter is that there are videos on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok doing exactly that. Because let me tell y'all know how it is. The pictures that they're going to paint. And I'm not disagreeing with this. I've told you I'm neutral on this. I just want y'all to think about this. The picture that they are going to be able to paint is this. They're going to show that nice looking young man, glasses on, mom with him. She's single. He's in a good school. He got good grades. He's never been in trouble. She is a law-abiding citizen. She did the right thing. Do y'all know what it takes to get a FOID card in Illinois? She has a FOID card. She's a concealed carry license. She is a mother that is doing the tip-top thing that all single black mothers should be doing. She's working hard, got her son in a really good school. He got really good grades. And all of a sudden, y'all painting this woman to look like a thug, to look like a typical single black mama who raising her child to be nothing but a hoodlum, to be a thug. She most likely is going to get it, y'all, whether y'all agree with it or not. Again, I'm just giving y'all the facts. I'm just giving y'all of what we see happen in Illinois a lot. They're going to be able to piggyback. They're going to be able to use what happened on YouTube as leverage. There are people on here. Look, I'm just telling y'all, there are people on here in the videos. She should have shut her mouth. What this woman doing talking to this? They're going to use all of that and saying, look what people are saying this woman should have did. Look at the dang on mental, emotional damage. Not only is it going to cause on this woman, but look what it's going to cause on her son. They called this woman's son a thug. This boy is a straight A student, never got in trouble. He's the leader of the debate team, and they called this boy a thug. They called him a da-da-da-da. They're going to use all of that. Is it right? Y'all may say it's not, but the question is it lawful? Is well within their rights to do so. And they're going to probably most likely get it. Ty, you seem like you vouching for this. No, I'm not. It's just that I'm just giving y'all the reality of exactly, most likely, what's going to go down. Okay. Now, she said mental and emotional suffering, humiliation, embarrassment, and anguish. Whether you want to call this woman a thugged out mama, whatever like that, it does not matter what we want to call her. All that's going to matter is this. Once the DA said these charges are dropped and this woman and this son did not do anything wrong, listen to me. When they say this woman did not do anything wrong and her son did not do anything wrong and charges are being dropped, whoop, that means everything else that was said about her and her son was done. It doesn't matter about public opinion or internet. If they said that what this woman did, this woman did was nothing wrong, that means anything that anybody said and done to them will be considered. All those things she said, it's considered humiliation, embarrassment, disgrace. She don't have liberty, mental, emotional damage. Now, whether or not this really does cause this woman or her son that does not matter. She claiming it. She's well within her rights to do so. Just letting y'all know that this is how it's going to ride out. Okay. It's crazy. I get it, but I'm just telling y'all. It's what I reached out to them and all this and that, wrote them, and just wanted to talk. I actually like lending my support. Like, you know, I know there's going to be some stuff that he's most likely going to deal with. I got some resources that I can hook you up with, real good people within the city area that can coach him along if he so needs it, whatever like that. So anyway, I'm just telling y'all from my standpoint. Now, this says Hood's attorney argued in the complaint. Hold on, let me see here. All right. Hood's attorney argued in the complaint that the officers knew she had been a victim of a criminal, unlawful, brutal attack, and that there was no legal or legitimate basis to believe Hood had committed first-degree murder. Says, in fact, the surveillance videos completely exculpated Clarissa Hood. Pretty much, the videos pretty much said it made her, it took the guilt away. The video shows it. Her attorney said in this complaint. Now, this goes on to say that this is a developing story. Okay. Let me see if there's something else. Let me see. See if we have something else, right? All right, let me see if we got anything from the local. Yeah, it's pretty much saying the same thing. Okay, so this right here says Cook County State's Attorney Office dropped all charges, saying in a statement that based upon the facts, evidence, and the law, we were unable to meet our burden. I'm just telling y'all, it says based upon the facts, evidence, and the law, they were unable to charge them. Now, this says what this leaked video did was it really flipped the prosecutor's view of the case. Before seeing this, they clearly were of the view that the defendant was the aggressor. Now they are of the view that the person they had formerly seen as the victim was the aggressor. Anti-violence groups said they've been responding to recent uptick in shootings in the West Pullman neighborhood since May 23rd. There have been 8 shootings and 5 homicides in the area, according to the count. So that's another little thing right there, guys. So I completely get it. I completely get it that everybody is of a different opinion. I completely understand different things folks have been saying, but I'm telling y'all right now, the reality of it is this: whether or not you believe that a woman should be arguing with a man who seems to be very aggressive, doesn't matter to the law. Morally, I don't know, religiously, street code, does not matter to them. To the law, it does not matter. I like to deal with the reality. The reality is, let's keep it real. Most women who you think is going to be of this femininity, who's going to be submissive, who's going to be not arguing with the man, can we really, really, really think about this based off of full reality? Do y'all that are in this chat right now, do you really think that's going to happen? Now, I will tell you this. I can guarantee you that this lady learned a lesson, though. Not that she deserved it, but she learned a lesson. She learned, I guarantee she probably never argued with a man again. Also, could this video and what we all experienced and what we all seen here, could this also serve as a means of showing the rest of the world that, ladies, be careful, because these men will completely swing on you? Will it change anything? I don't know. Want to know why? Growing up there and in another place we call Baby Chicago, if you're from Illinois, you know what Baby Chicago is. We seen this all the time where women are going at it with a man and he completely swings on her. We seen it all the time. So the fact that this made national news and it went viral, is it going to change anything? I would hope so. Do I expect it to? No. Do I expect women to all of a sudden, after seeing it, do I expect women to not argue with men anymore? No. Do I expect that in this video that there are going to be some men out there that may be just like this man in here to hit women? Is it going to cause abusive men out there? Let's keep it real. Is it going to cause abusive men out there to not hit women anymore? I would hope so. But do I expect it? No. So with that all being said, my point that I'm making is I'm going to deal with the reality of what's at hand. And what's at hand is this. People are going to still argue. Women going to still buck up to men. Women going to still talk trash to men. Both parties, could they have de-escalated it? Yes. But these women need to be put in their place. I get it. But they're not going to be put in their place. These men need to learn how to control their emotions and not want to hit women. I understand that. But a lot of people that's of that mindset, they're not going to. So then what are you going to do about it? You that are listening to me right now, my question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to be the one? Okay, you got it. I said this on the channel the other day, and I say this to my mentorees who's listening to me right now. I have them do this thing we call a superior minded thinking. I don't get offended by anyone that I do not know and I do not love. Being a public speaker and a public figure, I've had all types of trash being talked to me and said to me. And okay. All right. You a mother effing this. You a BA nigga. All right. You a mother nigga. You a P nigga. Nigga, you a. Appreciate it. Man, you a sucker, nigga. You up here kissing these white people. Hey, you up here. All right, I appreciate that. I don't know this person. I'm not the one angry. I'm not the one with the problem. They are. I'm just telling y'all. Let's just keep it real. Let's live in the reality of what's going to happen. Do you that are listening to me, do you really think, come on, y'all, Do you really think that there's going to be a change? Do you really think all of a sudden women going to wake up and not talk trash at men anymore? Do you really think men going to wake up and not want to hit women anymore? No, these people, these individuals have always been around since the beginning of time. They've always been around. They're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to change. A lot of things that's happening in Chicago, it's not going to change. There's not going to be any change there at all. So again, folks, that's my take on that right there. To you that are in here right now, appreciate you guys all being in here. I really appreciate y'all taking y'all time out the day to listen to me rant on about this. Do me a favor right now. Looking on my live, there are 161 people in here. Can we at least try to get the thumbs up to match that? Can we do that? Do y'all think y'all can do that for me? Can we get the thumbs up to match? It said 161. So anyway, folks. Oh, it says I have 200. I don't see that on my screen. It's showing that there's 115. That's weird. I'm just letting y'all know that. That's the take on that. And that's why I kept telling y'all. I did a video the other day and I was showing you guys. I said there's so many variables, so many elements in this. I grew up there. Y'all say a 14-year-old boy never should have had a gun, bro. We had one at 10. I was 10 years old and we were packing. We had a guy that was a police officer and turned bounty hunter. He took us to the range and taught us how to shoot guns. He taught us that our gun was our shield. He taught us that our gun was used and we can use. Y'all, that's why the boy is going to get off. He used it to protect his mom. The law states that if he need to use force to stop imminent danger. Now, that's where stuff y'all just don't know. That's what I'm telling y'all. This is what we do. This is where it comes into play at. What you mean by force? A force can be a gun. A force can be a knife. It can be a machete. It can be a goddamn on chainsaw. It can be a hoe. It can be a rake. Dude, it can be a Swiss Army knife. I'm just telling y'all. All y'all don't even know this. A lot of things, that's what they're going to tell you. What to stop somebody from doing bodily harm or what you may perceive to be imminent death to another person. You are able to use force. And that's where things get tricky. That's why I keep telling y'all, y'all don't know. This boy shouldn't have had that gun. That gun is force. What if the boy would have sat there and swung an axe and it would have completely like sliced a dude's head in half? What is that boy doing with an axe? It does not matter. Law says that if he perceives that another person is in imminent danger and having imminent bodily harm and possibly imminent death, you have a right to use force, even if it's intended for them to be deleted. That's what the law says. Is it right? According to law, it is. So with that being said, folks, really appreciate you guys being in here. Go ahead and give y'all shout outs. Lee, God bless you. I appreciate the super chat. Spoken, God bless you. I really, really do appreciate the Cash App. I really do appreciate that. Classic, God bless you. I really, really do. I appreciate the super chat. I'm sorry, I keep saying that. I appreciate the Cash App. Okay. Win. Appreciate it. Appreciate the Cash App. Y'all, when y'all send the Cash App, y'all don't have to say this is all I can do. I don't care. Whether you send it or not, if it's $1, I promise you, I do not care. I really don't. Okay. Tina, God bless you. I really appreciate the Cash App. Just giving honor where honor is due. Ro, God bless you. And I thank you for the Cash App. Jason, God bless you. And I really, really thank you for the Cash App. Arthur, God bless you. And I really, really do appreciate it that you sent in the Cash App. Folks, with that being said, I hope that you guys all, you said which law am I referring to? I'm referring to the Illinois law. So right here, I'll show you real quick before I bounce out of here. Okay, J.R. Howard. Let me show you real quick. There it is right there. I still have it highlighted. See, it says justifiable use of force. Use of force in the defense of a person. A person is justified in the use of force. Here we go. I'm sorry. Right there. You see it highlighted, JR? Now, I appreciate you complimenting the channel, bro. Right there. A person is justified in the use of force against another when and to the extent that he reasonably believes that such a conduct is necessary to defend himself or another against others' imminent use of unlawful force. So when that dude was hitting that woman, that was unlawful force. This says, however, he is justified in the use of force, which is intended or likely to cause death or great bodily harm. Listen to this again. He is justified in the use of force, which is intended or likely to cause death or great bodily harm, only if he reasonably believes that such force is necessary to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm to him or another person. There it is. So there it is right there. All right, folks. With that being said, again, if y'all seeing Cash Apps afterwards, I really appreciate it. The best thing you guys can do, hit the like button before y'all get out of here. Don't forget, I promise you, this sounds crazy. Y'all might think I'm crazy. Do not forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. You guys all have a phone. For some of y'all that like my channel, if you really claim you like my channel, do me a favor. Let somebody know. All of us got at least, well, I ain't gonna say all of us. All of us probably at least got 5+ contacts in our phone. Let somebody who share like minds, like ideas, etc., share this channel with them. You guys will be the reason why this information get out. You guys will be the reason why this information get out. You guys will be the reason why channels like mine and others will be able to go and give y'all a different angle of what the media wants to try to perceive y'all, or the media wants to get y'all to perceive and see things a particular way. They're not going to go into detail like this, okay? Please, y'all have contacts. Share this channel with them. And again, double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, okay? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to get out of here. And just like with all things, I say it all the time, and I really do mean it, whether you agree with me or whether you don't agree with me. And that is, I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you guys are listening to me. I really do hope and pray that you guys all have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.